desperado, many, many, my amigo, Balotelli, ladies to give me photo.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, is yet another episode, the biggest episode of all the times. It's me, MC Charlie, the Innocent Fire General, or some of you know me as CS Social Function, and I am here with yet another beautiful story. I'm in a big building, manze, and this is the only building you can find the president where there is less noise but more action. Yeah, so I'm here with not only the president but the biggest chief campaigner who was there during the election, the people who are behind the success of this regime, the people who are behind the success we are experiencing right now in our new government. And they are here with us, big people, big names, and big shows. How are you, Mr. Marimba?
I'm very good.
Yeah, I know this you might have familiarized with you during the campaigns.
Yeah.
How do you feel being the president in one chair?
It's a privilege, but also during the campaign period, I was with the president all around to make sure that this has come to success.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Marimba.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have the president right here. How are you, Mr. President?
Good.
Yeah, I can say that I hadn't met you before as a president because you are just a friend, but today you're sitting in a big shoe that I can't even fit in. How do you feel being the president?
I'm overwhelmed with joy.
Yes.
So I feel so nice.
Thank you, Mr. President. Can I have a seat beside you?
Sure.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so guys, let me introduce myself again. I am Innocent Charles, or MC Charlie, the Innocent Fire General. We are here with the big brains, with the top 3 brains behind the political rally that has led us to this success. So, Mr. President, today we had a very, very nice day for you and we had people cheering you up. How do you feel after being inaugurated? Like you have full powers. How do you feel about it?
Let me say, I feel as if, it's a big task.
Yes.
It's a big task. Actually, I feel kind of fatigued for today.
Yes.
But then I'm up to the task.
You're up to the task.
Yes.
Yeah, actually that is the right word that people who are really waiting for. Like, is the president ready for the office that has been handed over to him? Personally, me as your interviewer today and as the bigwig of this journalism and mass media, I'm also in his cabinet in the biggest party, PCA, and I am the CS Social Function in this school. And Mr. Marimba, from whatever the president has said, you're the one who rallied behind the president and you showed him all the ways and all the ideas, most of them, if not all, of how to get into that seat. What can you say about today?
Today, the actions that happened today,
Yes.
I'm very happy about what happened today. And I used to tell the president that whenever, anytime he will win or rather clinch the presidency, I'll go sleep a happy man because I had invested a lot in these campaigns.
Yes.
And I'm just happy because I wanted the best for this school. We know what has been happening in this school and we all hoped for the best. And actually, in the long run, we have the best here with us.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Marimba. Mr. Marimba himself said to the president that usipofanya kazi, mimi mwenyewe nitakupiga ngumi na nitakupiga kofi. Mr. President, are you ready for it or he won't live to see that day?
Yeah, you know, those are just terms for campaign.
Yes,
campaign
exactly.
period.
Yes.
But I will not let my students down.
Yes.
Or my comrades down.
Yes.
I will work for them. As I said earlier, I'm not here to eat.
Yes.
Or maybe to loot their money, to loot the institution. I have my own money.
Yes.
Personally.
Yes.
I don't even have accommodation in school.
Yes.
So basically, I'm not here to maybe to joyride or to eat what they have invested.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so just as the president has said that he is here to work and he's not here to benefit from whatever every other person thinks that he is here to do. And Mr. Marimba, you can ascertain to that, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you are the one who made him be up to the task and you said that utampiga coffee. So what did you mean by that? And are you confident that he's going to do whatever you expected of him?
Out here, people know me as Frequentkid, and when we were campaigning, I used to tell our supporters and our loved ones that I'm very short-tempered.
Yes, exactly.
And I did this not because I was gaining something from Njuguna.
Yes.
And I've been talking to some people and telling them that by any chance if I print out my M-Pesa statements, they will be very surprised to find out that I was not even paid a single cent for Njuguna to campaign for him. And all I can say is that I did this for the interest of the comrades, and for the betterment of this school. So I campaigned for Njuguna wholeheartedly because he was the right candidate to push this school forward. And I really believe in him. So the words that I used about beating him, or rather slapping him, was to push the president to work for the student and not for his self-interest.
Thank you, Mr. Marimba. So Marimba has just disclosed to whatever he meant by that. Remembering this is a guy who is from the Lake region, big brains, and you can sometimes misunderstand his big English words. So he has just alluded to us that it was making the president on toes. So Mr. President, these people have entrusted you with this seat and you have lots of people in your cabinet. How can you assure people that your cabinet is going to work better than the last regime's cabinet?
While I was choosing this cabinet, I sat down and I thought that I would incorporate or bring people who have experience in their dockets. For example, see, like right now you are interviewing me. So see that position of social functions. It fits you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
I myself am qualified. I have the capacity to run this institute at the position of president. Each and every member of my cabinet is qualified. So I have no doubts. And that is why I am saying Farouk will not slap me.
Because actually, I'm not going to slap him. I'm going to counter check him so that he works for the interest of the students.
Even while he counter checks me, I believe that my cabinet will work. It's not me who is working. Mine is just to oversee and do the national things, Mine is just to oversee. That is why I got people who are qualified in this cabinet.
So just as you've heard from the president that he is not the one who is going to do everything, but every pillar of his party and his government is also very strong in itself. So Mr. President, being that the competition was very stiff and we had people throwing big blows to each other and some of them got injured at a point, then people were having debate and the other party was like, tuko na ground, hawana ground, wanaongea kwa social media, kwa ground hawana watu. So before you even answer that, Mr. Marimba, can you tell us how the social media impacted on the winning of our Mr. President, Kevin Njuguna?
What I'll always say is that politics is a game of numbers. Politics is a game of brains. And if you don't have brains and numbers, you're doomed to fail. So they used to say that we are yapping, they were calling us online wankers. But on the ground, we never had a massive following. But we came to prove them wrong that our target audience being online, we managed to persuade everyone, every voter of ours that was online. We managed to persuade them, and then we came to ground to meet them because most of these are our online voters. Most of these voters of ours are in the public forum online. Let me say online to be precise. So it was just making our candidate become famous, and then meeting on the ground, we familiarize with them, get to know much about them. For example, when it comes to the making of manifesto, we were going to grassroots to check on the grievances that the students, or rather the comrades, are going through. And that was a success. It's evident right here that we emerged victorious.
So just as he's saying that we had to go to the grassroots, we had to dig deep and deeper, and so people thought that we were only on online, but it's because that we are people with short words but more actions. So Mr. Farouk himself, hashtag Farouk for the government that we have here in Ratisa, has alluded that it was a nice move and a wise move. So Mr. President, just as I was saying that what can you say, like what was the biggest decision you ever made that impacted in your winning? What was the biggest move that the other parties didn't know but it impacted a lot in your winning as the president?
the biggest but very difficult
Yes.
decision I made
Yes.
is to bring in even people who are my enemy,
Wow.
you know,
Yes.
to incorporate them in my team, even as my advisors. Yeah. So I did not like chase anyone. Yeah. So these people have great minds.
Yes.
Someone like Mariba,
Yes.
a man with great, brilliant mind.
Yes.
Yeah. And he advised me a lot concerning matters, mobilization, politics. I think, let me say, the reason why I won,
Yes.
it's because I have people with brains.
Yeah.
And you know, you can't socialize with people with brains if you don't have.
True.
Yeah.
That's 100% sure.
I was looking back in 2022.
Yes.
When Ruto was running for presidency. He was competing with Raila Amolo Odinga.
Yeah.
And I shared this with you because they are my friend. We meet somewhere.
Yes.
And I was telling you that the reason why Raila lost, it is because he lost his friends.
Sure.
Yeah. So I did not take that chance to lose anyone, even an enemy in my team.
Okay.
Even if he could not vote for me, that enemy brought someone who could vote for me.
Yeah, sure.
Simply because that enemy of mine is associating with me. Yeah. Maybe that enemy wants to get intel about our team or our campaign trail.
Yeah.
But that person never knew that that thing will bring a lot of influence in my campaign trail and also have an impact in the elections.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so in as much as you did all that and accommodated everybody, even the people who didn't want you, and how is it that you managed to get a whole team clinch all seats in that government the way we thought that we might be having a nusu mkate in our government? How did you do it? Like, the people want to know, because very many people will be coming after you in the coming election. They'll be like, we want to know what Njuguna did. What did you do? That is the big question.
I say knowledge is power.
Yes.
Because I accept to learn. Because knowledge comes from learning.
Yes.
And studying. So I looked back at the RTI politics.
Yes.
And I realized, first of all, sell your name as a team. Okay? After you sell your name as a team, people will familiarize with that team.
Yeah.
Okay? Then after that, now you go to the ground.
Yeah.
With this, I'm telling future presidents of RTI.
Yeah, you can't listen.
Now idea Siri.
Yes.
So the moment you do that, familiarize everyone with the team. After that, you come to the ground. You bring yourself and you show people who the members of the team are.
Yeah, sure, 100%.
And that was the first step of winning.
Wow.
Yeah.
These are big brains.
But again, another thing, there were still some people who were just waiting, you know.
Yeah.
They had some intentions, maybe to weaken other teams.
Yeah.
That is why their team was not full.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they had an intention that, oh, let me not bring people in my team.
Yeah.
I will weaken the other team. So I will snatch people from
that team.
From my team to their team.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will say that hiyo ndio iliwaumiza. Hiyo ndio iliwaumiza. And I usually say, let us learn to learn.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, Mr. President is telling us something that we should get inside our brains. So number one thing is saying that whatever managed to get the whole team into power and clinch every seat was unity. And another thing, he was accommodating, like he accommodated everyone in his team. So unity is always everywhere. And plus, if you have good intentions for other people, then you won't struggle much in your politics. Like the other people in their parties, they had like that brain over, I want to weaken one of the aspirants. I want to share the chairs with them so that they may not agree with each other in their decisions. So just in that sense, Mr. Marimba,
Yes.
being that you're the chief campaigner and you are the one who was in charge of any disciplinary cases that were coming through into the government and during the campaigns. So you had online, and we've seen people who are trying to criticize the whole party. And after the elections, things were fair and square. Everybody had their agents inside there. But then we have one of the aspirants who has now come out and is trying to challenge the government and said that whether he's in position or not, he will still come and they will still help the comrades. Do you think he's helping the comrades or he's trying to challenge the government?
So one thing that I can talk about the opposition trying to fix himself in the government.
Yes.
What you can say is that right now we don't have any room to accommodate the opposition.
Yeah.
If he is an opposition, let him counter check.
Yes.
Our works.
Sure.
That's the only thing that we can ask him to do. Right now, let him give us space and time to work for the comrades.
Yeah, sure.
Because we are not going to tolerate any pseudo incompetent mediocrity from him.
Yes.
The only thing that we need is give us space. We work for the students, because one thing pretty sure, he worked with the last regime and nobody gave him stress and pressure, despite the uncertainties that befell the last regime and the involvements that made him that made things go south with his master.
Yes.
So let him give us chance to work for the students. We are not working for one person. We are not working for two people, but we are working collectively for the people of Railways Training Institute. And one of our agendas was like, we want this school to move forward.
Yes.
Not to be stagnant, but to move forward. So we but to him, any idea that will be for the growth of this school is allowed to bring, but he should give us time and space to work for the comrades. That's what we plead. And that's what we've been pleading.
Mr. Marimba,
Yes.
I think from whatever I know, I know that as an interviewer and as a journalist, I shouldn't be that biased, but I don't think if it's being biased, but it doesn't seem like the guy is going to give us anytime soon peace, because he himself said that in this government, he's going to see things getting interesting from Tuesday. Obviously, Tuesday is today after inauguration. That's why, like, being that he was the first runners-up in the presidential election, he ended up not even coming for the inauguration, meaning he doesn't have anything linking him to the government. Do you think that he'll get ready to work with us? And if yes, you say that there is no room for accommodation, will he be still accommodated?
As I have said, and I always mean my word, we don't have room for accommodation.
Yes.
And something that I want to say, anyone coming to our team without good faith, trying to come and tarnish the image of this team, will deal with him accordingly. Actually, I deal with the discipline issues, and I'm going just to deal with him, and maybe just to say that maybe the guy must be hurting, or rather he's frustrated because he failed to clinch the school presidency. But one thing that made us win this election was working collectively and united. So before we make any move, even if any student that has any idea that can take this school forward will bring his idea on the table, we will have to sit as a whole cabinet, check on what the students are saying, because you know some students they normally say things that can only work for them and not for the betterment of the school.
Yeah, sure.
So we'll have to check and make sure that if we bring this idea on board, it will be for the better and the good of this school. Meanwhile, to the opposition, we are very sorry. We don't have any room for accommodation right now.
Okay. Yeah, so to the opposition, wherever you are and whoever you may be, we've not mentioned names, but people know themselves who have decided to be on the opposition side. You've heard there is no room for accommodation. Actually, all the chairs are filled and the room is fully packed. So you can just wait for the next vehicle that may come, if at all you'll still be in that bus station. And Mr. Marimba, you've just said that we won't accommodate other people anytime soon. So what can you give to the president as an advice in accordance to whatever we've heard from the opposition? And is opposition good? And is it good in this institution, RTI?
The advice that I will give first to the student of this school.
Yes.
I would really wish that the student of this school to become an opposition, not individuals who have their own interests, or who will continue spreading their hate.
Yes.
During the inauguration ceremony, I heard the president read his speech, and he said that hold us accountable, counter check us, and push us to the wall so that we work for you people and for the betterment of this school.
Sure.
So I'll ask the students and the comrades of this school to become, I declare them officially opposition, to counter check and make sure that the president is responsible for the actions of this school.
Yeah, sure.
Two, I said this. I've been campaigning for Mr. President and have not been paid anything. I did it in good faith. Mr. President, please work for the betterment of this school.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. I campaigned for you because I knew you had students' interest at heart. Please do it for them. Thank you.
Yeah, so Mr. Marimba has just cleared that, and he has also said that he is declaring the student body now to be the opposition of themselves. Personally, being the biggest blogger of all time and being behind the school newspapers, it was said by other people who are contesting that Njuguna had paid us, Njuguna's paid us. We can also give you the evidence of our M-Pesa statement.
Yeah, sure,
and we can even bet, we can bet $1 million shilling if you'll get even 1 cent with the name of Njuguna in our M-Pesa messages. If you want it, we'll come again in the next episode and we'll show you the evidences if you really want it. So it's just a matter of brain work that led to the victory of everything, and not talking too much but acting much. Okay, so Mr. President, you've had you have an opposition to make you on toes. Do you think it is necessary, or you're not even on that level of having an opposition?
Opposition is important.
Yes.
In any government.
Yes.
Not only in national governments, but also in universities government, campuses governments, and colleges governments.
Yes.
Why? Because they come to countercheck what the government is doing. Okay?
Yes.
But then, as the chief campaigner of Farouk has said, being an individual as an opposition leader in an institute like this one, it doesn't make any sense.
True.
It will not even be impactful. That is why I'm telling these people to use their brains well. Yeah, wanajitokesha bure. You see, that's not right. They are draining themselves. Let the people countercheck.
Yeah.
Today I gave my speech. I read out my speech.
Yes.
And it was crystal clear what I said.
Yes.
And let the students, let the comrades countercheck my government.
Yeah, guys, it's now clear, and you've heard from the president himself. This is the biggest shoe that we have in the whole cabinet, and let us assure you, be rest assured that this is a government that is going to work, and actually we had already started, and some people also say that we are just wasting our times, even if we say we are going to bring change, like those things won't happen, because this will still be an RTI. Mr. President, I think they are not aware that you had started working. Can you just give them a hint of whatever you have done in this short period? Because the dean herself said that let inauguration not hinder you from working, and yet you started very early. You can just give them Something small, like 1 or 2 things you've done.
Definitely, I started working immediately. I won.
Yes.
And most of them, I don't like working alone. I work with people.
Yes.
And I work with people with brains. So most of the places I have gone with you.
Yeah.
You can attest
Sure.
to that. I have been making partnerships for the benefit of our students. The freshers night is almost near.
Yes.
And we need sponsors. Sorry. Need sponsors. We need partnerships as well.
Yes.
There are a lot of things that comes with events, with sports, So we need collaboration with everyone.
Yeah.
And when we just do this as an institution,
yes,
we will be limiting ourselves.
Yeah, sure.
So I took that initiative to work for the comrades of RTI, to utilize the network I have very well for the benefit of my institute and for the benefit of my comrades.
Yeah, so just as he has said, he has already started working and we have been visiting government offices, me being a witness, and we've had healthy talks and we are still going to have more since they're having also some busy schedules and more partnerships are coming and more sponsorships are coming, confirmed by me, the CS Social Function, Innocent Charles. And as he has said that we've already started making things so that after the inauguration of today, you'll start seeing things popping up and some of them are already being installed in place. Though we are very sorry for the opposition who came today in the morning and caused tantrums in the groups of the schools and saying that everything that is happening now, they had already filed it in their tenure and that those are things that had been approved earlier on. So we are not ready to have any negative energies in our government. Me, as the CS Social Function brought into this government through the PCA party, I assure you that we are not accommodating any negative attitude and we ask all our voters and everybody who is supporting us that you also be our ambassadors and always stand for us wherever anybody is there to tarnish our names. Some of the people also said in social media that the government in this school is only to get ladies and to, let me say, do uncouth things with them. But we thank you very well, our supporters online who came and fought that statement and said that not every other government is like that, that this is a unique government. This is the only government that is coming in here with unity and we're not coming here with separation. We have friendship in the government and we don't have any other ill motive for the school in this government. We are people who are here to improve their work experience and we are people who are here to work and make sure that the positions we've been given make us also grow outside there, not only in school, and also give people opportunities to reach outside there. So thank you very much, guys. And Mr. President, thank you very much for the full information you've given to us, your listeners, your voters, the people trusted with this position. I've heard from you. Mr. Farouk.
Yes.
Thank you very much for the words of wisdom.
Thank you too.
I have never degraded anybody from the international part of the country. You are a big brain and a wise one.
Thank you.
May God also bless you for that.
God bless you too.
Thank you very much, Mr. Farouk.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. President.
Yes.
May God see you through your whole tenure and through your whole government and through everything you're going to work on.
Thank you.
Yeah, so everybody, if you want to have more of these, look for one of our members, the biggest also in the team, MC Paps, wherever he is. And also on our social media sites, we have RTI, Railways Training Institute, Mpasho, and RTI Gossip. Everywhere on social media. Me, you'll find me as MC Charlie on social media, or Innocent C519, or just Innocent Charles. Just look for any of those three. I'll be available at your service. My name is still MC Charlie, the Innocent Fire General, the CS Social Function in Team President Kevin Njuguna. Thank you very much. That was nice.